Today, those following Jesus ask him for a sign, and they give as example the manna which their ancestors had eaten in the desert, that food which had supplied them and nourished them. And Jesus goes on to say that he will nourish them himself, that he is the bread of life, and that he will satisfy their every desire. It's interesting that they gave the manna as an example, because as we remember, these same followers were up on the mountaintop with Jesus a few days before, and there they were, and Jesus had been healing those who were lame and sick, and he was also teaching them. And then he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and he blessed them, and he distributed them, and the people ate them, and they were satisfied. And they were so satisfied that they followed Jesus across the lake and came to find him again. And now, once again, they're asking for a sign. And Jesus said that yes, as your ancestors had the manna in the desert, and if that satisfied them, well, I'll give you something more. I'll give you the bread of life. I'll give you my very self. So you won't be eating an image or an imitation of this, but I'll give you my very self. And that's what we receive in the Eucharist. We receive Jesus, his very self. We receive his body, blood, and soul, and divinity. Receive the totality of Jesus. And Jesus gives himself totally to us, and we're called to give ourselves totally back to him. And he draws us ever deeper into himself. He says, remain in my love. And we remain in that love, in that sanctuary of his love with Jesus. And we exchange our love for his, and he exchanges his for us. And if he gives all of himself, he takes all that we can give him as well. And his Spirit gives us life, and his Spirit has us cry out, Abba, Pater, to the Father. And Jesus gives us the strength to walk each day, walk the path of life. The Eucharist gives us that strength to walk every day towards the Father and to our heavenly home. And let us strive to receive the Eucharist as often as we can, and even if we're capable of receiving it every day, to strive to receive it and to receive it out of love and devotion for Jesus. And know that Jesus, yes, he nourishes us while we are in exile, and his Spirit gives us life, and his Spirit leads us back to the Father, to our true and eternal heavenly home.